America. You would listen to the Third Eye Knowledge. Been a long time since I put one up, but I think it's time we did. I wanted to come up because I wanted to. No commentary what brought me here. Um, just concerned for the well-being and the mental stability of my fellow Americans right now, and where we're sitting politically, and some comments I've been getting that really made me think, and I want to thank my viewers for getting deep on my channel. That's what I set it up for, so everyone in America and across the world can basically chat. Feel free. I do not care what you put. I have no time in my really had time to actually read what you put in my busy life right now anyway, but feel free to discuss and have good conversation, healthy argument, and healthy debate. That's what Third Eye Knowledge is. But let's get deep into the conscious side tonight. I want everyone to try to hear this out and keep this in the back of your mind as well as in front of the eye, that if you're consuming any media these days, you need to consume it very wary and be very alert and aware. Listen to what's being said and discussed and to what's being covered. And if you feel in your good conscience that they're not telling you something or they're lying to you, which most likely they always do, then go get your information. What I wanted to mention to the American people tonight, especially the naysayers, let's look at the deaths in America. Let's look at the COVID deaths. Let's look at them hard. Let's look at them long. Okay? Pardon the pun. What were some dirty jokes that might follow in commentary? You need to remember that the working class does need welfare. Am I correct? Of course. Health insurance. As well as aid and federal housing. What makes you think that they won't try to cut costs? And use your imagination when I say that. Oh, that's paranoid. That's too much. That's thinking too deeply. No, that's being where you need to be in reality. The reason why they care more about that fucking impeachment is because Trump is coming back in 2024, whether the Democrats like it or not, because the Republicans run the show. Let's get this lie out of the way. For the past 3 weeks and 4 weeks, we've seen Biden, his new precious presidency there, leaning towards that Republican dick, right? Of course he does. The Republicans run the show because they play the game. They don't cut corners. And if they cut corners, they play it by the book. They respect and they know the game, inside and out of political culture. The Democrats on paper may have the Senate, but the big dogs are in the House. They're not giving it up. You're not getting a stimulus check. You're not getting what you need, because Republicans are cold-hearted players of the game. America tonight, I thought I would really hit it home, because you are all so hell-bent on, and I understand, and I made a lot of people upset, and I didn't mean to make you upset. I understand that you need that money, but you are not getting it. They don't care about you. You don't make them money. We cost them money. We cost them money in medical, clinical, fucking everything. And unfortunately, you put human beings in that line of responsibility and power. What do you think they're going to do? Lindsey Graham, Mitch McConnell, Joe Manchin, these guys are players. Especially Mitch McConnell. He runs the show behind the scenes. He's been in Senate for years. You get bored of the money, and you want more power. You get bored of the lavish lifestyle, all the mansions that you don't have, all the yachts that you don't have, the fact that maybe their kids in Harvard and they want to send them to a higher ranking in Yale. Like, you don't understand these people because you have never tried. A good portion of you, and I'm speaking to voters right now, we're halfway through the program, so bear with me. I know you're getting offended. Now hear it out. If you're a voter, you need to hear this because you made a mistake. You made a mistake. Especially to my millennial brothers and sisters. I have a conscience of Generation X. I don't follow your trends. I hate you, actually, because I hate the level of your ignorance. I hate the level of your liberal wants and needs, in which you have to think of the population. And when I bash capitalism in America, I bash it because it's not in a form of trade. We do capitalism in America because we want to be seen. We want that fame. We want to be the biggest car on the block or the biggest home on the block. That's how America looks at capitalism, instead of population and how can we develop our nation by doing capitalism responsibly. That's what I mean by capitalism. And I'm speaking of my group tonight. You need to know your history, and you need to look between the lines. We have almost 250,000 people dead, and you're all talking about a vaccine. You need to be talking about basically overthrowing government in your state and local level. Get people that you guys start lawfully assembling. Knowing these people in your area, people of science and medicine. There's plenty of states in this country where there are the finest minds that are being wasted right now to get them into research centers and all these universities that we're not using really because they're for-profit and private industry companies that run these colleges, and start overthrowing your state and local level of government and getting things done, America. That sounds like chaos and anarchy, but we can avoid all that because I think there's a good portion of us that are wondering why in the United States of America time standing still. More and more of the wealthy and elite population are getting vaccinated and doing just fine while we're dying off. Sitting back while we're supposed to be freedom fighters, allowing right-wing terrorists to terrorize our country on all angles of the compass, and you're crying why the cops won't do it because the cops work with them. Ron DeSantis funds his branch. All the Republican governors are running these branches of right-wing terrorist groups. They design their websites, for Christ's sake. And you want to talk about how much democracy we have? Look at fucking Poland. Look at America. Now look at North Korea and look at America. But instead of glancing at it and thinking that we know everything, because I know a lot of you millennials do that, fucking study it. If you need more studying, look at the commentary I've been posting on my Facebook. I'll leave a link in my description. There's been a lot of errors on both sides of us and them, and it needed to be called out tonight. And if you took offense to the video, you're too conditioned to understand what I'm saying. If I was crazy, by the way, my wife would have sectioned me. I'm not nuts. I'm an extremely passionate person that wants a future for his toddler. So fuck you, and fuck your negative commentary, and fuck all the mothers that you fell out of, because this is some serious shit that this country is in, and you're feeding it by allowing yourselves to be desensitized to the system. It's typical. But I thought in 2021 that this could fly, because we have a good portion of us in the nation that aren't being heard, have actually reached a higher level of understanding of the severity of the criminal that we are actually conquered and ruled by. You're being run by a criminal organization in a way. And you want to sit there and applaud and clap for the master. The master's killing your people because he doesn't have a use for them. And that's going to cost their precious, precious lifestyles way too much to give up. Any more commentary, take it somewhere else. This is for people that want better for their country. That want better for their lives and their people. While you're sitting there bowing and licking the boots of the master, some of us are wondering when you're going to take up arms and defend our land with us. Peace.